Well, it's time for another video blog from here in Lima. It's March 23rd already. That means we're approaching the end of, I guess, 5 months here in Peru. This month I got the chance to visit with my parents a bit. They were able to come down to Lima and spend some time with me here at the church, as well as getting to know a bit of the ministry by coming to some Bible studies, as well as participating in our prayer night and our youth group this Saturday, I guess, and as well as church on Sundays and that kind of thing. Being able to get to know and to see what day-to-day life looks like down here. It's been an enormous blessing to be able to visit with them for so much time. Normally, the way that MBMSI works things with their short-term missionaries is their Trek teams. They get a midterm retreat in which an employee member from MBMSI, usually someone involved with Trek somehow, comes out to the location that they're at and spends about a week with them doing some teaching, as well as some discipleship and some debrief, as well as some looking forward into what's coming up in the following months. And so for me, that wasn't really a possibility here in Peru to have someone come out to visit me. Apparently too many people's wives are having babies, and so they can't actually leave, which I guess is an excuse. But it's been really good in place of that to visit with my parents too. And actually, I don't think I'd change that for anything, because it's been a really good blessing. Actually, just this last weekend, we were able to get away from Lima, get away from the church here, and spend some time in Cusco, in southwest, I guess, or southeast, sorry, of Lima. Just enjoying some of the history of Peru, learning a lot about the native people that were living here before the Spanish arrived, and that was really, for me, I guess I'm a nerd. I like history. It was really really interesting. Also, amazingly gorgeous to be up in the Andes. Very cool to see a historical city like Cusco, and also just a good time to get away from everything here and just spend some time relaxing with my parents. So that's been really good, a big blessing. As for life now here back in Lima, some upcoming ministry. Jose and Esperanza are heading home to Bogota for some vacation time. Actually, they're gone for 40 days. So what that's going to look like for me is a little bit more responsibility in some of the ministry here. Jose was actually just telling me this morning he wants me to continue attending the 3 studies that we've been regularly a part of, and actually he wants me to teach them while he's gone, and of which I pleaded with him that I couldn't teach in Spanish, but his response is that we'll talk. So upcoming ministry, I guess for me, that's the biggest thing on my mind right now is what's my life going to look like without him and Esperanza here, and me picking up some of the slack that's left behind there. Other than that, I've got some planning to do for an English class. There's been a few requests since we've gotten here that people have been asking at the door, do you teach English here? And me being the resident Canadian, the resident English speaker, Jose thinks that it would be a good idea to start up an English ministry in which we can invite people from the church and they can bring friends, as well as maybe we can advertise here in the neighborhood and just teach a basic level. It's a great way to get people into the church. It's a great way to get them interacting with us, and that way we can from there do some outreach. Other than that, I'm still on a regular preaching schedule. Actually, I'm preaching this Sunday at church, and from this point on, I'm on for once a month until the end of my time here, as well as a few more times I'm on the preaching schedule for the youth group. So that's what my ministry looks like there. I'm still also working in some intentional discipleship relationships. Actually, I've had the chance to build some really, really good friendships in the last few months, and I'm really excited to see how the Lord's working in these people's lives too, and how we've been able to have some significant interactions. And it's funny how they come in just those idle moments in which you would never think that effective or good ministry could take place in this moment, but rather quite the opposite happens, and it seems like a conversation will come up or something, and really cool discipleship takes place. So that's really exciting. Other than that, I guess I'll just move on to some prayer items. The biggest thing I'd ask prayer for is just in the area of personal holiness, in the sense of Bible reading and prayer life, just getting into the craziness of things now, it seems like I'm finding less and less time, and I need to be making more and more time. So just pray that, please pray that the Lord really convicts my heart, but also gives me motivation, and that I would have the discipline to find time, to make time for something like that as well. The other thing I would say is I would just ask for some prayer in the area of guidance and ministry, especially with the new responsibilities that are coming up in the next, I guess, month and a bit. Also, I'm heading at the end of April up to Piura, and then eventually across the border into Ecuador to then re-enter the country and renew my visa. And so, if you think about it, pray that the Peruvian border crossing gives me another 6 months here. Otherwise, I might have to cross again and try and apply for more days in the country, because the way their system works is they don't actually give an actual visa, but rather they grant an allotted amount of days in the country. My first time I got 183, and I'm hoping for 183 more. Yeah. And other than that, just moving forward and looking on to the following 7 and a bit months of ministry that I have. Please pray that the Lord gives me determination and direction and motivation in that, as well as keeps me focused on the good of what's happening here too, as I think about all the number of things that are happening back home that I'm not there to be a part of. So just pray for me there as well. Thank you guys so much for your love and your support and your prayer, and thank you so much for all the emails you send and all those things. It's such a joy to hear from you guys, and it's such a joy to know that people back home are praying for me. So praise the Lord that I've got people like you joining me in ministry here with that. So I hope I pray that the Lord blesses you in that too, as you've decided to endeavor with me in this trip. Yeah. Other than that, I think that's it. Kevin, if you're watching, I'm sorry there's no video blog with Mom and Dad in it, but you can blame them for that, not me, and you can talk to them about that one. Other than that, I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.